Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are still here in this underground layer deep within Austin, Texas, because guess what? We have something totally all new from Lexus. It's this vehicle right here. This is it. This is a 2024 Lexus TX. This particular one is a TX 500H. But before we get into this stretched out, widened, three-row midsize SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. Lexus. They've been doing the business for so many years, really creating a unique segment within the auto industry when you look at luxury crossover SUVs. Now, of course, we can't forget the RX and then the rest of the lineup from the UX, which is their smallest crossover SUV, to the big boy, the LX. Well, guess what? This TX is all new, and this is gonna slot above the RX. Now, the fascinating thing is, it's not like they did before where they took the RX, they added a letter L, and they made it a little bit longer, but it was still so tight for that three-row usability. This TX is actually sitting on the same type of platform as the Toyota Grand Highlander. So think about the size of that when we brought it to you. That's what we're looking at with this TX. Now, there's a lot of luxury midsize SUVs to buy in this segment that are three-row. Is this new TX the one to buy, the best out of them all? Let's go ahead, let's dive in and find out. Right off the bat, this color, it's almost like cement that was once first issued on the Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. Love the finish, and then of course, digging what they did with the lights. All new from Lexus, LED daytime running lamp, LED projector beam headlight, and look at how the daytime running lamp intercepts into this top grille area. Now, as we flow down, you do have a large area of gloss black, but the good news is you do have an LED fog lamp. The bad news is you do have a fake vent. I wish they would have made that a functional air curtain, or give me two, double up. Double the pleasure, double the fun, double more of that bright LED lighting with another fog lamp. You'll notice that lower lip is sort of like an aluminum finish. It doesn't shine like chrome, and I'm so happy they did that. Nice brushed aluminum finish. And then as we come across the new, what they call spindle body grille design, I was a little worried about Lexus because with the way their grills are shaped, they're kind of known for that large size. How do you change that without changing the whole thing? They did a great job here. So we have functionality up top with that aluminum style finish silver right across the top, and then there's that spindle body design was brought to you on the RZ. Now it's on this TX forward-facing camera, and I love this large, fully functional air intake on the lower portion of the grille with that silver that goes all the way around the perimeter and that nice lip in the center. Now there's gonna be 3 different trims that you could get, and then there's lots of different power plants. There's front-wheel drive, there's all-wheel drive, lots of different ways to spec the new TX. This one, like I said, is the 500H. Now, with the hood, clean style. I like the way they have the Lexus badge. Instead of putting it up front, placed it nicely up top, and then everything just has a nice, smooth curve right towards the A-pillars. Now, as we come around the curve, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. Check out not only these ginormous, but absolutely drop-dead sexy wheels. You'll notice that Y-spoke design all the way around, 22-inch wheel. Absolutely stunning with the gunmetal gray finish, the black accents. Of course, you'll notice you got lots of clearance from the top of the tire, the inside of the fender, and I love the way everything is color match painted. No flat black on this particular one. Remember, this is 500H. Of course, 500H F Sport, we got our F Sport badge on the fender, very clean. And then speaking of the fender, look at the body line here. It actually takes a dip into the driver's door. You have gloss black on the mirror caps. There's your turn signal, slim and trim, 360-degree cameras. And then up top, you have these very low roof rails. Gloss black, you can get your crossbars. And then you'll notice how on the door handles, we have body colored, but we also have some gloss black. And they're the same kind of handles like on the RX, where you don't actually pull the handle, you push the button to open up the door. Lower portion of the door sills all painted, fully painted from top to bottom. And as we're working towards our rear, love the way that they shaped the rear quarter window. That's gonna be good for those third row passengers. And then very interesting how they took the black into the rear pillar here, kind of crossed it up here, and then brought down the black to give you almost that rear floating style roof design. And then coming to the tail end of the business, this is where you have a short stubby spoiler that comes off the roof, body colored shark fin antenna. I wish they would have put this up here. I'm gonna keep saying that until the day I die, but I think they would have had it extended out just a little bit further, but they did a bang up job on the lighting. That new style of Lexus lighting, the Lexus badge spelled out. There's our TX, first time ever having a TX. Here we are in Texas, which that is, remember the abbreviation, 500H. I'll explain what the heck Direct 4 means. And then dropping it like it's hot. Love this nice finished rear bumper area. Really gives it a sporty look, and it makes sense because this is the 500H F Sport. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and talk horsepower up on this vehicle. All right guys, we got the hood popped on this new TX. You do have hood struts. Underneath the hood, you're gonna have a plethora, just like the Toyota Grand Highlander, which is the sister vehicle to this one. You have a plethora of different options. What you could start with is something simple. You have that 2.4 liter turbocharged engine made it to an 8-speed automatic. You could get front wheel drive or all wheel drive, and that's on the TX 350. And MPGs combined is 21 MPGs on that vehicle. Or you could step it up to the TX 500H, which is what we have. That's a 2.4 liter turbocharged hybrid engine with that 6-speed automatic direct shift, automatic transmission, and direct 4 all-wheel drive. 368 horsepower, 409 pound-feet of torque, and you got 24 MPGs combined. Or you could go for the top engine choice, which is gonna be a 3.5 liter V6 plug-in hybrid made it to a CVT direct 4 all-wheel drive. That's going to give you 406 horsepower, 30 MPGs combined in on the city and highway, and 33 miles of pure EV range. Remember, if you do TX 350, that's going to give you 275 horsepower. So a big gap between 275 horsepower, 366 horsepower, and then finally 406 horsepower in this vehicle. You have that direct 4 all-wheel drive like on this one, or you can have on the TX 350 front-wheel drive or optional all-wheel drive. It's a mouthful and a lot to take in, but let's go ahead, let's sit down and check out the interior of this TX. All right guys, we are inside this all-new TX 500H F Sport Performance. Remember, you could start TX 350, you could go this level, 500H F Sport Performance, or you could go even higher than that with the 550H. Now, I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I'm digging the size. I have more kids. I've been busy. I need more room. This seems to have it, possibly, but how much is it? No official pricing yet, but stay tuned because we're gonna be bringing it all to you, I promise, here on Raity's Rides. But let's see what Lexus is bringing on this all new model to the door panels. I love the clean style. Soft touch material, the two-tone. Look at the Mark Levinson premium sound system speaker there in the center. The two-tone with that ceramic white finish, the white contrast stitching, and then you'll notice the door pocket is on the tighter side. So maybe one In-N-Out burger and a large Pepsi to wash it down. Now going from the door panel to the dash, I like the finishes that they're bringing and the different colors. It's hard to tell, but this is actually gray and the rest of it's black. You got some Alcantara material, this little gray trim, and then you slide on into the all-new infotainment system. That's that Lexus multimedia system, 14 inches. Of course, you have your navigation, everything that we've showed you on the other Lexus products. You hit the view button. We got our 360-degree camera while we're in this secret layer. Very tight confines, and I want to apologize for the lighting, the fan noise, and all the other distractions because it is noisy down in this basement dungeon area. But we do have ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, same dual climate control. We're still gonna zonk how you gotta hit buttons for the blower fan. I'm not really a big fan of that, but what I am a big fan of, you got 3 USB-Cs, wireless charging, watch this. Whoop. You actually have a nice little cubby area here. This is where you could fit 2 Rubik's Cubes. Whoop. Hide your Rubik's Cubes. You got 2 cup holders, but here's the best part. You ready for this? They're actually removable. So you could actually move and remove the cup holders very easily to have more space where you could easily put, and I know some people have been phoning in and writing in and sending me all sorts of mail. You could put a couple bananas. I know sometimes I get a little crazy with the Twinkies. You could put 2, 3 bananas in there, get your potassium, and you'll be happy as can be. This is gonna control that 6-speed automatic transmission. And then look at the way they styled the armrest for the center console, the stitching, the two-tone. Open it up, what do we got? Plenty of felt lining in here. This is where you could put, remember back when you were 10 years old and you entered that Halloween costume contest and you won a crystal skull? That's where you could keep that crystal skull and it's not gonna get scratched. And hopefully you don't crack the crystal because that's gonna kill the value. Keep that skull in there. You could rub it when you have a bad day at work. Now the seats, soft material, the F Sport badging. I love the two-tone. Lexus does great materials. Full electric assist for the passenger, full electric assist for the driver. And we have this panoramic roof. Nice panoramic sunroof, goes all the way back. Nice power shade, easy to close, easy to open. And if you're wondering what the heck you're looking at, that's the wall behind us. It's got that digital rear view mirror. But why don't you come over to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of this all new TX. All right guys, business time behind the wheel of this new TX. You'll notice you have a nice aluminum sill plate with that F Sport badge there to welcome you. Make you know that you went with a performance version. Speaking of performance, this is a pedal box right out of a race car. Nice large aluminum brake pedal, throttle, and dead pedal. And we have these TX embroidered floor mats that's worth an additional 5 horsepower, easy. Seat controls that you can get to with your fingertips. I love the seats. When you go S Sport, you get a little bit more bolstering, but it's nothing too crazy. Lots of room in here. And then of course the steering wheel. 2-piece leather, perforated, smooth, with the F Sport badge. And then you'll notice that we have the paddles to go up and down that 6-speed automatic. You do have electric tilting and telescoping steering wheel, 3 different memory seat settings that are easy to get to. And then of course we have that large 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. Go into your different modes. Look at how it changes up the tack. You could go custom, eco. I'm gonna keep it in sport because I love the way that tack is across the top. All the important information, supersized on the head-up display. But let's go ahead, let's get into the mid-row and the third row of this TX and see if your passengers are gonna be happy you went with this all-new Lexus. All right guys, mid-row time in this 3-row supersized mid-size SUV. Lots of space in here. Even with the panoramic sunroof, you got your AC vents nice and high. I wish the AC vents were on in this building because it is about 92 degrees and we are dripping in this dungeon layer. Backs of the seats, the leather, large pockets. You could easily put, I would say, 2 personal pan pizzas from Pizza Hut. You got your rear command center, 3 different stages of heated seats, ventilated seats, your AC controls, a Twinkie holder, which is important. You can stack them up, USB-Cs, and a home power source all the way on the bottom. I have my own pocket. Guess what? The good news is, seats slide, but wait, they also recline. There is a little bit of a command center here with 2 removable cup holders. You could put your iPads, you could put a book, you could put a bookmark, maybe even an abacus. Have a little bit different technology. Flip this down, you do have captain's chair armrests. I am gonna zonk it. They're too small. I love the stitching, but look, here's my arm. This is what my arm's gonna be doing, beside all the sweat all over it. The seats though are the chef's kiss. Leather, Alcantara, stitching, soft, comfortable, digging that. But let's get into the third row and see if your passengers back there are gonna be peasants or princes in this TX. All right guys, where am I at? I'm not underneath this TX, I'm in the third row, and this is really like the Grand Highlander where you're gonna spoil your rear seat passengers, those third row passengers, which normally you would send the people back there you hate, not the people that you love. But now they're gonna wanna come back here. Now, some of the things that's nice is that the roof is not, the headliner is not too close to my actual head. On the corners here, I'm gonna move the seatbelt for Lori. You have these handles, but there's USB-Cs, which I'll be able to show you when we open up the cargo area. And you see this switch gear right here? Electric tilting seats, and I'll show you that in a second. You got a place for a Yoplait yogurt and a place for some nachos. I got the same over here. You ready? Watch this. Wow. I actually feel like the way that the seats are positioned and everything that there's a little bit more space than the Grand Highlander. And I'm digging that everybody, it's like you're on the Oprah Winfrey show, everybody gets Alcantara, everybody gets leather, and everybody gets the two-tone. But let's finish it up in the cargo area and see if this is the ultimate mid-size luxury family hauler. Time to get in the cargo area, hit that button, nice electric assist, comes up great. You're gonna be greeted to a very, very wide opening and a very tall opening, even with the third row up. Now you'll notice on the driver's side, underneath that cover right here, you have your home power source, you have your subwoofer for that Mark Levinson sound system, and you have the switch gear to put the seats down. And what's nice is they're one-touch operation. A little on the slow side, but you know what? It's gonna get the job done. I'm trying to keep my shadow out of the shot. Now over here, you'll notice the USB-Cs on top of that handle up there. Nice that everybody gets USB-Cs, not just the people up front. And then of course that mid-row will fold down to give you even a greater amount of space. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, what type of space are we talking about on here? You're basically looking at, we went from 20.1 cubic feet of space. Right now we have 57.4 cubic feet of space. Fold down the mid-row, you have 97 cubic feet of space. This is what Lexus is bringing, is the versatility and of course all of the great luxury, and at the end of the day, the reliability that you expect from this iconic Japanese brand. But let me know what you think. Are you digging this all new model? This doesn't happen very often from Lexus, an all new model known as the TX. Let me know if this is the best new luxury SUV to buy in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rise family. Of course, we need to thank Lori, busting her button here, trying her hardest to get the perfect shot for you. Show her some love in the comment section. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.